Live from New Delhi, you're watching DD India News Hour, India's voice to the world. I'm Shubhendu Ghosh. Coming up in the next hour. Counting of votes for Delhi Assembly election underway. BJP all set to retake Delhi's citadel after 27 years. Aam Aadmi Party relegated to second spot. US President Donald Trump to meet his Ukrainian counterpart Zelenskyy next week, while Ukraine claims North Korean troops back on the front lines. Israel-Hamas set for next Gaza truce exchange. Hamas to release 3 more hostages in return for 183 Palestinians. US President Trump freezes aid to South Africa, citing law to seize land. Also plans to announce reciprocal tariffs on many countries next week. And the big story of the day, counting of votes for Delhi Assembly polls is underway across various counting centres in the national capital. Initial trends, which have been on for some time now, suggest Bharatiya Janata Party, the BJP, is all set to retake Delhi after a gap of 27 years, while the ruling Aam Aadmi Party has been, it appears, relegated to the second spot. That's the news just coming in, our election breaking. BJP set for a historic return to power after over 2 decades in Delhi. And celebrations have already begun at the BJP headquarters as the trends show decisive lead and BJP's return to power. Aam Aadmi Party relegated to the second spot. Key AAP leaders are trailing in the trends that we've been monitoring for the past some time. A massive gain for Bharatiya Janata Party as far as the vote share in Delhi is concerned. A huge setback for the Aam Aadmi Party. BJP set for a historic return to power after 27 years. Aam Aadmi Party after a dream run of over 10 years. These are the celebrations of shots of celebration outside BJP headquarters. All band baja well in place to celebrate what appears to be a historic return to power for the Bharatiya Janata Party. The visuals from outside the BJP headquarters in New Delhi. The shots of celebrations, and why not? After 2 decades, BJP has much to celebrate as far as the assembly election in Delhi is concerned. Those are the jubilant supporters of the Bharatiya Janata Party, dancing, celebrating with all the band, baja and music. Much to cheer for the BJP. It turns out to be a historic return to power for the BJP. Not just return to power, but how? Maintaining a steady lead now of around 45 seats. It's a 70-member assembly. 36 was the number required to form the government in Delhi Assembly. BJP, as of now, leading on 45 seats, Aam Aadmi Party on 25. Let's also take a look at the manner in which the numbers stand at the moment. Those are visuals of BJP workers celebrating. Let's look at the latest tally, and we also compare it with the previous one of 2020. 2020, Aam Aadmi Party had swept the elections with 62 seats, and now it's the BJP's time to return to power. 45 seats the BJP is leading on. It's leads plus results that we're showing. 2025 from 8 seats in 2020 to 45 seats in 2025. These are a combination of leads and results as we are tracking it. For the Aam Aadmi Party, what a setback from sweeping the elections with 62 seats in 2020. Aam Aadmi Party now struggling at 25 seats in the Delhi Assembly. One consistent performer would be the Congress. It has not opened the scoreboard again. It's going to be a hat-trick for the Congress. It scored a 0 in 2015, in 2020, and now in 2025. But there, the big news, the BJP ahead. historic return to power after 27 years. And that's how the map of Delhi looks like. Consider the yellow to be Aam Aadmi Party and saffron to be the BJP. Look at the manner in which the map is transformed from 2020, which is the map on your left, and 2025, the map on your right. From 8 seats in the previous assembly elections, the BJP is storming into the Delhi Assembly with 45 seats. We're looking at leads and results of 2025. And what a setback for Aam Aadmi Party. Let's also take a look at the bird's eye view of the manner in which the assembly would look like now. The BJP with 45 seats comfortably past the majority mark of 36. Aam Aadmi Party on 25 seats. Aam Aadmi Party is going to be sitting in the opposition now. The Congress, there is no Congress in the Delhi Assembly now for the third term if the trends were to become the results. Through the bar graph, we're showing you the results and tallies as they're coming in. Leads plus results, 70 seats. BJP ahead on 45. Aam Aadmi Party ahead on 25. Congress, 0. That's how the numbers look like. BJP appears set for a historic return to power after over 2 decades. And to talk about these trends, for Aam Aadmi Party is a big setback. To talk about these trends, joining us is senior journalist Shri Ashok Tandon in the studio with us. Ashok sir, good afternoon and welcome. Well, from the exit polls, unexpected lines, but what a historic return to power for the BJP. 27 years is a long time for a party as formidable as the BJP to stay out of power.
Yes, 9 out of 11 exit polls were showing BJP victory. So to that extent, exit polls have proved right this time, although they have a very dubious reputation. Yes. But first time I think people will believe that the exit polls are close to the mark. Having said that, see, Delhi traditionally used to have a bipolar system, 2-party system, Congress and BJP. In one election, the BJP wins, in the other, the Congress used to win. But suddenly, you know, there was a feeling within the Congress leadership of that time, when Sheila Dikshit was the chief minister, that why not split the vote, and as a result of that, we may return to power. Sheila Dikshit ruled Delhi for 3 consecutive terms.
15 years.
15 years. And this experiment proved very fatal for the Congress, because the party which they created proved to be a monster for Congress party. And emergence of Aam Aadmi Party as a result of the Anna Hazare movement, which was primarily for anti-corruption of the Congress regime and demand for a Lokpal, etc. But it was a non-political movement. But Mr. Arvind Kejriwal, decided to enter politics as a result of the, or as a gain of the Anna Hazare movement. And he won with a thumping majority. In 2015, this Aam Aadmi Party got 67 seats out of 70. You can imagine that. And the BJP was relegated only to 3 seats. Congress was wiped out. And in the subsequent election in 2020, even then BJP could not make any substantial dent, and they won only 8 seats, and 62 seats went to the Aam Aadmi Party. So from there, it was a feeling that in Delhi now Aam Aadmi Party has come to stay. And this time round it may be very difficult to oust him or his party. Now coming to the present election, see, this time the election was basically a referendum on Mr. Arvind Kejriwal. You want Kejriwal or you don't want Kejriwal. So that is why BJP did not put up a face, a chief ministerial face. And they thought that let's have a referendum on Kejriwal. If people are happy with Kejriwal, then he will be returned to power. But the consistent campaign of the
BJP... Are you saying that this was an election for the Aam Aadmi Party to lose and not so much for the BJP to win? But that's how it looks like at the moment.
Yes, that is why I called it a referendum. Yes. But the campaign of the BJP, which focused on the corruption charges of Mr. Kejriwal, and his promise that he would be giving a clean politics and a very high standard of Indian politics, all that the BJP succeeded in demolishing that. See, couple of issues which demolished Aam Aadmi Party or Kejriwal's reputation was the house which he built for the chief minister. A person who said he will never buy, he will never get a security, he will never get a luxury car, he will never get a luxury house, all proved to be counterproductive, and the BJP could cash on that also. That is one factor which has worked in favor of the BJP.
And the updates that were coming in, Arvind Kejriwal was also trailing from the New Delhi seat. It was a very close margin, leading sometime and also trailing. But the fact that he's struggling at the New Delhi seat, someone who's been the face of Aam Aadmi Party, says it all.
Yes, that's why I said it's a referendum on Kejriwal. Now, in the New Delhi seat, if you talk about that, Congress, which had in fact created Kejriwal phenomena, perhaps wanted to demolish that also. So, therefore, Sheila Dikshit's son, Sandeep Dikshit, decided to contest from New Delhi seat against Kejriwal, knowing fully well that the Congress has lost base in Delhi. But triangular contest, I think it is going against Kejriwal, because Sandeep Dikshit is also getting more than 2,000 votes, and whereas Kejriwal is trailing only by a few hundred votes. Now, it's too early to predict, but I think one factor which the Congress was determined to do this time was to demolish this party, which was their own creation. And if they want to demolish it, they wanted to feel serious candidates.
That's a big statement, because every party seems to be referring to the opposition as the B team of one another. So,
yes,
so in that sense.
But the fact remains, I have seen the list of Congress candidates. All the 70 Congress candidates, they had some say in their respective area. So, therefore, if they, last time Congress could get only 4% seat. Now, if Congress can manage to get about say 15% seat, 10% increase in the vote share, Congress will be in a way starting to come back. But in the process, they have demolished the Aam Aadmi Party to some extent, if not great extent. But if they become a factor in the defeat of Kejriwal, in the defeat of Atishi, Chief Minister, and in the defeat of some other stalwarts of the Aam Aadmi Party who are trailing, I think Congress would be very satisfied. Not only that,
but sir,
that they
if I may, is that what is really happening? Because the voting percentage, what we've been monitoring so far, it seems like the votes are broadly split between the BJP and the Aam Aadmi Party. Consider something like 47% for the BJP and 43% for the Aam Aadmi Party. And therefore, we don't see a single seat. Early in the morning, there was one seat that the Congress was leading on. So has Congress been able to make any presence felt at all, would you say, in these elections?
I think they were not really looking forward to getting seats. They wanted to see accretion in the vote percentage. Because last time 4% votes was the rock bottom as far as Congress is concerned, a party which has ruled Delhi for a very long time. No, they were really worried. If they don't contest this time seriously, they will be completely wiped out. So therefore, their decision to contest all the 70 seats, also not enter into a coalition arrangement or a seat sharing arrangement with Aam Aadmi Party, which has other reasons also. I think they wanted to prove a point that without Congress, Aam Aadmi Party can also be defeated. And Congress can, be an instrument in the defeat of some of their stalwarts. So therefore, final results, if Kejriwal loses by few hundred votes and Mr. Sandeep Dikshit gets about 3,000 votes, I think the picture is very clear, which is quite evident in the constituency of Atishi. She is trailing, but the Congress candidate is also getting a few thousand votes also.
Right.
So I think Congress strategy to revive itself, to regain its ground in terms of vote percentage, I think that will be if they cross double figure. If they get 10% share, I think they will be very happy, because that means in future they have they can come back, and the Aam Aadmi Party will be on a decline. So therefore, the result, of course, right now absolute majority BJP is getting, that is beyond question.
Right.
But about the stalwarts of the BJP victory, like Pravesh Verma victory from New Delhi,
right,
Atishi's defeat, and Ramesh Biduri's victory from Kalkaji, these are the real issues which all of us, the political analysts, are watching, and the poll percentage of each party.
That's right. We'll be looking at those numbers, sir. But for now, let's get some updates from the ground. My colleague Anil Thomas is joining us with some latest updates. Is Anil Thomas connected to us? We'll be talking about the manner in which Anil, in fact, is tracking the Congress party in particular. Anil, not a good day. It looks like a hat-trick of scoring a 0 for the Congress party. What updates are you tracking? How is the party looking at these results? Although they have cut into Aam Aadmi Party's vote share, as we've been talking about, successfully.
Good afternoon, Shubhendu. Well, very much on expected lines. It's a hat-trick of blanks that the Congress is drawing, especially in the Delhi elections. And I think more for the party to introspect, but the party would be happy with the vote percentage they have managed to get, close to 5% in the last 2020 assembly elections. Somewhere seeming around 6% of votes that they've managed to get, at least till, till the present time. So they seem happy with the vote percentage that they have managed to get. And I think the party is having a deserted look. No senior leader from the party, also from the local Delhi Congress committee present at the party office, clearly indicative of the result that they anticipated and the expected outlook that they have. But purely in terms of percentage, vote percentage, a happy result that the Congress party would be looking at. But overall, the alliance that was needed for AAP and Congress to come together in this election, Congress refusing the hand that AAP had extended, I think will go a long way down in how this particular India alliance has worked, and post 2024, the fallout that they had. And I think opposition alliance partners are criticizing. Omar Abdullah has spoken about it, that this particular alliance needed to have an extended run for results to come. And I think it's for both the parties to introspect what went wrong, what went right in this election.
And this supposed feud between the erstwhile India Alliance members, Anil, gave all the opportunity for the BJP to have a cakewalk and returning to power after 27 years.
Well, that's not all. If one takes a look at the larger picture, a Prime Minister's leadership that's been on the forefront, issues of nationalism that's hit the front lines, that hits the headlines, and I think the people in Delhi have voted handsomely for that. Also, booth level management that the BJP excels in as compared to AAP or Congress. And finally, the alliance not working, which helped it becoming a triangular contest in terms of how the votes got distributed. The votes that AAP, Congress were banking on, the Dalits, the Muslims, the votes getting scattered. A perfect example can be the seat of Okhla, where the AAP candidate is currently leading, but you've got AIMIM in the second position, BJP in the third, Congress in the fourth. That clearly reflects on how this elections have played out, and BJP able to make all the points count, especially on the fronts that Congress and AAP gave them a window, and I think they have capitalized on that anti-incumbency in a big way. This particular second term of Kejriwal, not much of work done, but more of theatrics that they were involved in, and the AAP paying a huge price as the election concludes. The voting continues, and the elections very much on the very much likely that they wouldn't extend the 25-seat mark the way things stand presently.
Anil, stay with us. Ashokji, if we talk about also trying to decode the manner in which the BJP is creating history for itself in Delhi. Prime Minister had led the BJP campaign in the previous editions of the elections as well, 2015 and similarly in 2020. What appeared to have worked so well in 2020? You mentioned the referendum of Kejriwal for one, for the BJP to then be able to capitalize on that opportunity. And who would you say could be a possible chief minister? I mean, that's one surprise that has been kept close.
I think BJP perhaps leadership would not have thought about the chief ministerial candidate right now, till now, because the entire focus was how to defeat Kejriwal. Because the person who has won 3 subsequent elections, it's not easy to defeat him, and that too, it was a personality cult. It was a one-man party. It was not a regional party in any sense of the term in Delhi. So therefore, to defeat him was the main target, and therefore they tried to mobilize the people. And the campaign was also very high voltage.
If I may say this, you defeat Arvind Kejriwal, you defeat the party. That's sort of a strategy.
Yes, because it was one-man party. And he was also, in a way, projecting himself as an individual who can bring about a revolutionary change in Indian politics, etc., etc. So therefore, the aim of defeating Kejriwal and by that demolishing Aam Aadmi Party was the main concern of the BJP. So therefore, the entire election was organized in that sense. And the fact remains that not only the booth management, but the leadership, the entire party's all India leadership was put into the campaign. All chief ministers campaigned in Delhi, and the Prime Minister himself led the campaign. And here I would not hesitate to say that, and the Prime Minister in a way put his reputation at stake in Delhi. Because if you imagine if Kejriwal had won this election, perhaps there would have been talk that there is a dent in the Prime Minister's popularity. But the fact remains he did put his reputation on the stake, and therefore he personally appealed to the people of Delhi that believe in my guarantee and I will deliver everything and I will ensure that we work in Delhi.
And he coins that term, AAP stands for Apada, which is like
yes,
misfortune.
that was basically to demolish the Aam Aadmi Party because their achievements were not really very presentable. But the fact remains that the BJP campaign could successfully demolish all the claims, including the freebies,
Right.
etc.
We'll talk about the freebies, hugely important. But before that, let's track some updates that are coming in. Delhi Assembly elections trends have been coming in, but let's also see the manner in which some of the results now are also trickling in. And Delhi Assembly elections, now these are results. BJP has won 4 seats. Of course, overall, it's leading on 46 out of 70 seats. Aam Aadmi Party has won 1 seat. These are the election results now that we're talking about. Aam Aadmi Party has won 1. BJP has scooped 4 seats. You can also see the trends at the bottom of the screen. 70 seats Assembly, BJP 46, Aam Aadmi Party 24. But the actual results, as is being declared by the Election Commission, the BJP now officially has won 4 seats in the Delhi Assembly elections, and 1 seat goes to the Aam Aadmi Party. And from here on, more and more results will start trickling in. So far, we've been discussing the trends, the leads, which you can also see at the bottom of the screen. BJP leading on 46, a huge step up from 8 seats that it had in 2020. Aam Aadmi Party leading on 24 seats, step down from the mammoth 62 they had in 2020. But the news coming in at this hour, the results that are coming in, the BJP has won 4 seats in the Delhi Assembly elections. Aam Aadmi Party, 1 seat. What an election this has been. It will be remembered for BJP's historic return to power, it seems, as much as it would be remembered for Aam Aadmi Party's collapse from their stronghold in the Delhi, with 62 seats in 2020, 67 in 2015, and down to just over 20 seats in the national capital. Let me go across to my colleague Akshay Dongre, who's closely monitoring the manner in which Aam Aadmi Party's progress or otherwise has been taking place today. Akshay, I think you're right outside the Aam Aadmi Party office. Tell us what the mood seems like there.
Well, it's quite somber as far as the mood is concerned, Shubhendu. In fact, let me show you around the place that was originally set up by the Aam Aadmi Party for kind of celebrations here. In fact, you can also see a stage that was set up. There are dives that have been made by the Aam Aadmi Party leadership in anticipation that once the party wins enough seats and that they in fact get majority of seats, their leaders will come and make speeches from here. However, all that has not culminated into reality. And so far, what we see here is only the media personnel who are here since the morning, and most of the leaders have already left the place along with the workers and the volunteers of the Aam Aadmi Party who had come here. They are also nowhere to be seen now. So clearly that goes out to show the kind of mood here at the Aam Aadmi Party headquarters. Now, this mammoth defeat of the Aam Aadmi Party has been in the making for quite some time. The first, the setback that the Aam Aadmi Party started getting as far as their politics in Delhi is concerned were from soon after the Aam Aadmi Party won elections here in Delhi in 2020. And we saw how after the excise policy debacle by the Aam Aadmi Party, when they brought in a new excise policy, then they have to roll it back. And then there were huge charges of corruption. Since then, we saw case after case against the Aam Aadmi Party leaders, be it Manish Sisodia, who was the Deputy Chief Minister, or even the Chief Minister of Delhi, Arvind Kejriwal. He was also one of the accused, in fact, accused number 1 as far as the excise policy scam was concerned. And he also went to jail along with other leaders like Satendra Jain, Manish Sisodia, and himself, Arvind Kejriwal, after which he had to give the CM-ship to Atishi Marlena. So we have seen the kind of popularity decreasing since the rollout of excise policy, and since then what we are seeing is not just blunder after blunder by the Aam Aadmi Party, the kind of rhetoric that they have been using, the kind of blame game that had become centerpiece to the Aam Aadmi Party's politics for the past 5 years. So for everything that the Aam Aadmi Party was promising and something that they could not deliver, they were putting the blame on the central government. So the Delhi people also started to question that if every blame has to go to, or every responsibility has to go to the central government or the government of the BJP, then what is the point of the Aam Aadmi Party government here in Delhi? This was the kind of messaging that had gone besides the other issues of a dirty Yamuna River, that is in fact considered the lifeline of Delhi, be it dirty Yamuna or air pollution that has become one of the key issues of elections here in Delhi as well. So be it air pollution, water pollution, infrastructure development, corruption as far as civic issues are concerned, all of these issues had been forming a massive anti-incumbency for the Aam Aadmi Party. And then again, what we saw during the Lok Sabha election, the Aam Aadmi Party joined the Congress Party. The leaders made huge claims that the AAP leaders will be voting for the Congress and the Congress leaders will be voting for the AAP candidates. And now, just 6 months after that, we are seeing once again rifts widening between the two parties, both going to elections against each other. And the Congress Party has gained some ground as far as the voting percentage is concerned. And it has also eaten into the shares of the Aam Aadmi Party vote. So that has also resulted in this massive defeat of the Aam Aadmi Party. So clearly the India Alliance that was boasting its ambitions not only at the regional level but at the national level as well, has failed to deliver in Delhi because of the infighting and the differences of opinion that had surfaced in front of the people just ahead of the elections.
Akshay, also the 24 seats that we're looking at where Aam Aadmi Party is leading at the moment, these are not the seats where the top leaders of Aam Aadmi Party had fought. The face of Aam Aadmi Party in many ways, Arvind Kejriwal, the present Chief Minister Atishi, former Deputy Chief Minister Manish Sisodia, they are trailing. So in that sense, people who've been the face of Aam Aadmi Party, not just in Delhi but outside, that's a strong message of the people to the party.
Well, of course, if the top leadership of the Aam Aadmi Party seemed so helpless that they had been, blaming other parties, other political parties, or other governments for their failures. For example, when it comes to cleaning Yamuna River, the blame went to the Haryana government of the BJP. Before Aam Aadmi Party won elections in Punjab, every year when there was a sharp rise in PM 2.5 or the deterioration of the AQI index in Delhi, the blame used to go to the farmers in Punjab. But after the Aam Aadmi Party formed a government in Punjab, then the blame went to Haryana. So people started to soon realize that if the Aam Aadmi Party is not able to deliver onto their promises, they're not even trying. They're just blaming the other political parties, other governments, other states. Every blame is going to somebody or the other. So shifting of goalposts, blame games, these perhaps were the reason why the anti-incumbency rose quite significantly. And the party which came into politics with the campaign of anti-corruption, this entire issue of anti-corruption got lost, which was in fact the backbone of the Aam Aadmi Party in the initial days. And even the top leaders were charged with massive corruption cases, including Delhi Chief Minister Arvind Kejriwal, who was accused of spending millions of dollars at his residence, at his official residence, by using taxpayer money. So all of those factors have in fact contributed to this massive downfall of the Aam Aadmi Party in the Delhi government.
Akshay, stay with us, but thank you for getting us those updates. And taking a look at other inputs that are coming in, social activist Anna Hazare has said that opening of too many liquor shops in Delhi led to former Chief Minister Arvind Kejriwal's party's drubbing in the assembly polls.
मैं पहले से बता रहा हूँ, आचार को शुद्ध रखो, विचार को शुद्ध रखो, उनके दिमाग में नहीं रहा और उसके कारण आज वो इलेक्शन में हार गए, कम वोटिंग हुई है। शराब के दुकान निकालना, शराब के बिक्री के दुकान बढ़ाना, पैसा सामने आ गया और उसमें से वो उसका इमेज खत्म हो जाएगा.
Nazar is speaking about a person who happened to be his disciple, Arvind Kejriwal. Ashok sir, also again from 2020 to 2025, from 62 seats to just around 20 seats. How do you also map the fall of Aam Aadmi Party? Here Anna Hazare talking about the excise issue that became so huge and also resulted in the leaders going to the jail. How do you map this slow decline of Aam Aadmi Party in Delhi?
I think the beginning of the fall started with this liquor policy because the way liquor shops were opened in every nook and corner of the city, women in particularly, they literally revolted against this policy because women were being affected. And the kind of queues which were seen outside the liquor shops, buy one, get one free and all that, I personally feel that was the beginning of his downfall. The liquor policy boomeranged on him, and it led to the corruption charges which were proved to some extent in the court, and as a result that leadership also had to be sent to jail. So then gradually things started moving. Then came of course the issue of his residence, then other issues like pollution, river Yamuna, and all these issues gradually led to his decline in his popularity.
And they didn't have much to show on their report card, would you say? Akshay, my colleague, mentioned something about the continuous blame game. There is real reason for tussle between the centre and the Delhi government in administrative governance terms. But if that is all what the 5 years become about, then people also experience exhaustion from it.
No, I think centre started intervening only after these corruption charges surfaced, because centre could not remain a silent spectator, because Delhi continues to be a union territory and the central government also has some responsibility. If they had not put a check on him, then things perhaps would have gone out of the way. So therefore, when centre started intervening in the corruption charges and then led to arrest of Kejriwal also and some of his ministers, and then, as I said, gradually the people started feeling that he is no longer the kind of leadership which we thought he would be providing, and he has also become like any other politician who want to stick to the power. He is enjoying all fruits of power, and therefore gradually decline in his popularity, and then BJP making full use of that in a very offensive campaign, systematic campaign, the entire leadership of the BJP joining in the campaign, and there was no other alternative also, because Congress never could become an alternative, and it was almost at the last minute that the Congress decided to contest the election seriously. Although there were doubts whether they were contesting it seriously even now, but I could see that in at least 15-20 constituencies Congress was contesting very seriously, and out of that at least 3-4 key figures of Aam Aadmi Party, they were facing heat from the Congress.
In fact, sir, the numbers that you shared about New Delhi and some of the crucial seats, if one were to imagine these parties fighting together and if their votes would consolidate for them, so we could have seen a different picture. The breakdown of India alliance is also something that we are witnessing in these results.
See,
and the outcome of it.
Yeah, after Haryana election, the way BJP won Haryana election, it helped the BJP win Maharashtra election also, because by that time there was no India alliance left. And after that it got literally decimated, because all leaders started saying there is no need for an India alliance, etc. Sharad Pawar went to the extent of saying it was only for the Lok Sabha poll. But having said that, when it came to Delhi, Mamata Banerjee, Akhilesh Yadav, they still wanted India alliance to remain intact.
Updated news is coming in at the moment. This is huge. From the New Delhi constituency, former Chief Minister Arvind Kejriwal has lost the Delhi Assembly election. Aam Aadmi Party, face of the Aam Aadmi Party in many ways, person who personifies the party, represents and took the party from the scratch to the great heights. Arvind Kejriwal has lost the Delhi Assembly elections from New Delhi. It doesn't get bigger than this, sir. I think this really speaks volumes about the issues with AAP.
I think it has really given the verdict. Exactly what the people of Delhi wanted, exactly what the BJP wanted.
And that's what the result looks like. Parvez Sahib Singh has won from the BJP. son of former Chief Minister Sahib Singh Verma. Sandeep Dikshit of the Congress has also lost the biggest seat of this assembly election, the New Delhi seat. And the news coming in, Arvind Kejriwal, former Chief Minister, convener of Aam Aadmi Party, has lost the Delhi Assembly election. So has Sandeep Dikshit. It has been by a vote margin of over 3,000 votes. Parvez Sahib Singh has taken the seat of New Delhi for the BJP. What contest did you see here, sir?
I thought it was not going to be very close, but 3,000 is a substantial lead.
For Delhi.
Because initially he was winning or losing by a couple of hundred votes.
Right.
But the most interesting aspect to be seen is how many votes Sandeep Dikshit has got.
It's a big jolt for the Aam Aadmi Party.
course.
That's the news that is coming in, sir. Let me just inform my viewers. Aam Aadmi Party's Arvind Kejriwal, convener, has lost the New Delhi seat. Huge setback for Aam Aadmi Party, but that's not all. Ex-Deputy Chief Minister Manish Sisodia, the second perhaps biggest name in the party, has also lost his seat from Jangpura. The big jolt for the Aam Aadmi Party. Manish Sisodia has also lost the Jangpura seat in Delhi. Former Deputy Chief Minister of Aam Aadmi Party. Big jolt for the Aam Aadmi Party. It appeared like a close contest, at least for Arvind Kejriwal. But the results, as we're looking at the moment, the top two leaders of Aam Aadmi Party, both Arvind Kejriwal and Manish Sisodia, have lost. Let's go across to my colleague Akshay Dongre, who is in fact just outside the Aam Aadmi Party headquarters. Akshay, the biggest jolt for the Aam Aadmi Party, it has come. Arvind Kejriwal and Manish Sisodia have both lost their seats.
Party are getting defeated in Delhi elections. That essentially means that the Aam Aadmi Party not only has lost the smaller seats, but even the biggest leaders of the Aam Aadmi Party could not escape from the kind of allegations that were against them as far as corruption is concerned, incompetent as far as ruling Delhi is concerned, solving issues of the people. So the narrative that has been built by the BJP of Aam Aadmi Party failing to make Delhi a city that it deserves to be, the capital of the country of 140 crore people, of over 1.4 billion people. They have been only doing politics, or they have been doing blame game as far as the core issues are concerned. And if the political party could not even provide people with clean air, clean water, and basic amenities such as infrastructure, when it comes to roads, and when it comes to garbage cleaning facilities, sewage cleaning facilities, proper sewage facilities when it comes to rain. All of these issues have been surrounding the Delhi government, and every time the course of the Aam Aadmi Party was to blame something or the other. Initially, when the BJP was in the Municipal Corporation Department, the MCD, the civic body of Delhi, usually all the blame used to go to the MCD that was ruled by the BJP. For AQI or for the air quality, the blame used to go to Punjab, which was then ruled by the Congress party. But as soon as the Aam Aadmi Party got MCD control as well as government in Punjab, the blame went somewhere else. So it was always this goal shifting and blaming some other factors for the inability or incapability of the Aam Aadmi Party leadership to control things.
Actually, people of Delhi appear to have spoken against Aam Aadmi Party this time over. We are also hearing Manish Sisodia just spoke to media a short while ago. Let's hear in what Manish Sisodia had to say. He just lost the Jangpura seat. If you can play that clip, Manish Sisodia, former Deputy Chief Minister.
जंगपुरा विधानसभा का चुनाव हम सब कार्यकर्ताओं ने मिलकर बहुत मेहनत से लड़ा। जंगपुरा विधानसभा के लोगों ने भी बहुत प्यार मोहब्बत सम्मान दिया, लेकिन 600 वोट से लगभग 600 वोट से उसमें हम पीछे रह गए। तो मैं जो कैंडिडेट जीते हैं उनको बधाई देता हूं।
There, Manish Sisodia conceding a defeat. He has lost the Jangpura seat in Delhi. Also, Aam Aadmi Party convener, former Chief Minister Arvind Kejriwal has also lost his New Delhi seat. Meanwhile, Prime Minister Narendra Modi will visit the BJP headquarters in the evening today. BJP has won 4 seats so far officially. The trend, of course, is over 40 seats there ahead, while Aam Aadmi Party has just managed to win 1 only seat as far as the official tally by the Election Commission is concerned. That's the update coming in at the moment. Ashok sir, there Manish Sisodia conceding defeat. Arvind Kejriwal also has lost. This is perhaps the worst result in that sense. I mean, one is to lose, and one is to have your top leaders lose the election. What will be the key learnings from here for Aam Aadmi Party to begin with?
I think another major setback is in the offing because the current Chief Minister Atishi is also trailing, and she has been trailing from the very beginning itself. So if she also loses, the three top leadership. In fact, if I may say so, Bharadwaj is also trailing. Saurabh Bharadwaj is also fourth, and Satyendra Jain, he is also trailing.
Yeah.
So the five.
In fact, it's interesting that in the morning, one of our guests mentioned that all the face of the party leaders are in fact trailing, and some 20 seats that they're leading on, these are not the leaders who often come to the media or represent the party that often. So in that sense, there's a particular way the people have spoken against the most prominent leaders.
Yes, the entire top leadership of the Aam Aadmi Party is literally getting demolished and decimated. So even if they win say 20 plus seats without any leader, although Gopal Rai, incumbent minister, he is winning, another minister I think Alawat is also leading. So but the real face of the party were these five people, and they are all losing or they have already lost. The lesson from Aam Aadmi Party I think is that they should have stuck to the principle on which they were formed, and this is exactly what Anna Hazare was saying. From his movement, which was against corruption, which was against the, for good governance, you jump into electoral politics and form a government, and you forget about those principles. You forget about those leaders who help you. See, the entire leadership which was part of the Anna Hazare movement, and by way of that they entered and joined Aam Aadmi Party, left one by one. All the top non-political leaders who were part of the Anna Hazare movement and they supported Kejriwal, they were literally forced to leave the party because he was, the way he was governing, the way he was distributing power within his own coterie, all these things led to his downfall. But it took time because there was no other alternative, because Congress had been decimated. So it was for the BJP to play the role, and exactly what they did this time.
And let's also get some update from the BJP headquarters. My colleague Dibyendu Mondal is at the BJP headquarters. That's where the celebrations today are likely to be. Dibyendu, take us through the mood. We can see a BJP flag, of course, flying, and excited followers and supporters of the BJP. This win that looks like a big win couldn't have been sweeter. Arvind Kejriwal, Manish Sisodia defeated.
Well, Shubhendu, first let me take you through the mood of the Karyakartas or the workers of the BJP that have assembled here. Since about 10 a.m. this morning, we have been continuously bringing visuals to all our viewers at DD India. If I'll just step aside and ask my camera person to show you the visuals of how celebrations and Karyakartas have been assembling here at the Delhi BJP headquarters in the national capital. This is, of course, a very, very big win for the BJP, given the fact that, in fact, all the three senior top leaders of the Aam Aadmi Party have now confirmedly lost elections this time around. And not just this, the BJP is making a comeback in Delhi after 27 long years. So, of course, this calls for much of a celebration at the BJP headquarters here in the national capital. We have also been sending visuals about how, dhols and nagaras and band, bajas have been coming at the Delhi BJP headquarters for celebration. The Karyakartas had been gathering, and in fact, I had been speaking to a couple of the leaders. Since morning, they had been, showing confidence amongst the electorate, because they say that they had been going on the ground, and the feedback from the ground that they had been receiving over the last couple of months was in favor of the BJP, and the results clearly shows that how the electorate this time around ditched the Aam Aadmi Party and took and voted for the BJP, after which it is coming to power this time around. So, of course, jubilant celebrations underway at the BJP headquarters,
right.
Sweets, laddus, Karyakartas gathering here from all parts of the national capital. And Shubhendu, it will continue, it seems, till late evening.
Most likely, as Prime Minister is also expected to reach the BJP Delhi headquarters. Dibyendu, also panning around, we could see one leader, one face everywhere. Prime Minister Modi, one hoarding said, Modi hai to mumkin hai, which translates roughly to Modi makes it possible. What do the BJP leaders, the ones that you could speak with, ascribe this big win to? Prime Minister once again leading from the front as far as the campaigning part is concerned.
Well, Shubhendu, see, the BJP did not put up a chief ministerial candidate face, and this has been the trend of the BJP since, I would say, 2014 when Modi came to power. Riding high on the Modi wave, once again, the BJP has come to power. And it was the policies of the BJP, of the Modi government at the center that was perhaps, rolled out for the voters and showcased, campaigned on meticulously, which perhaps, were translated into votes on the ground. So, of course, there was no one face. The BJP, the Delhi BJP unit said that they will be contesting this election on the face of Prime Minister Narendra Modi. And, this seems to have worked with the BJP, and not just for Delhi, Shubhendu, we have seen across, be it Haryana, be it Rajasthan, be it Madhya Pradesh, the BJP fought on the face of Prime Minister Narendra Modi, which translated into massive wins for the BJP. And so is the case this time around, when I remember during the campaign when Arvind Kejriwal said that, who against Kejriwal? So there is no face in the BJP. But that seems to have not worked with the electorate this time around, because, as we have been reporting, that Arvind Kejriwal himself lost against BJP's New Delhi candidate Pravesh Verma, who happens to be the son of former Chief Minister of Delhi, Sahib Singh Verma. Remember, it was Sushma Swaraj in 1993 who replaced Sahib Singh Verma and took on the reins of Delhi, and she ruled till 1998, after which the BJP did not come to power in Delhi. And this is a sweeter, in fact, a very, very sweet taste for the BJP coming back to power after a long hiatus of 27 years.
And talking about sweet win, Dibyendu, have you spotted the laddus and the mithai already? What is the plan for celebration? Prime Minister is coming in the evening. What has been planned at the BJP headquarters?
Well, of course, the Karyakartas are already making beelines to the BJP headquarters here in Delhi. The Prime Minister will, of course, be here late in the evening, but I'm not sure if the Prime Minister will be at the Delhi BJP headquarters or the BJP headquarters at DDU Marg. What I pick up is that the Prime Minister is going to go to the National BJP headquarters, which is at the DDU Marg. These Karyakartas who have gathered at the Pant Marg in Delhi will be moving to, later in the evening, will be moving to the DDU Marg National BJP headquarters. So, of course, a lot of celebrations will continue throughout the day. We have also seen some, trucks carrying DJ boxes, in fact, sound systems, playing Jai Shri Ram had been making way at this particular headquarters of the BJP here in the National Capital. Bands, dhols. I don't know if our viewers are being able to get the ambience noise with the dhols and the bands playing behind me. So of course it's a jubilant celebration that is underway at the BJP headquarters. The mood is exuberant. There were firecrackers. There were some gulals or colors that were smeared across. All the celebrating and celebrations underway with all the Karyakartas or the workers of the BJP that have gathered here, and who had, they say that they had been working meticulously over the last couple of months, after which, the sweet taste of success and coming back to power after a long, long year.
Yeah, big win there for the BJP. Dibyendu, thank you for those updates. We'll keep coming back to you for more. Ashokji, finally, after Maharashtra, Madhya Pradesh, Haryana, what does this Delhi win mean for the BJP and also for Prime Minister Modi, who's been the face of the campaign throughout?
I think one thing which is quite apparent from this victory in Haryana and then Maharashtra and now in Delhi is that the Prime Minister's popularity continues to be what it was. And that's a big thing. Third time Prime Minister leading the country, and then a successive victory in elections. Although people had started forecasting and predicting that now it's a decline of Modi after a setback in UP, and now I think There is no question mark. And it is also a question for the opposition to ponder over, that they did form India Alliance. What happened to that? Why couldn't they control it? Now, you know, see, recently there were voices coming out that why can't we have an India Alliance without Congress leadership? Because Congress was insisting on having the leadership of the India Alliance, and that has boomeranged. Now, subsequently, you know, Haryana lost and Maharashtra defeat, and now in Delhi. So, I think leaders like Mamata Banerjee would come out and say, why can't you elect me as leader of the India Alliance? Why can't Congress be a part of the India Alliance if we have to really fight Modi? Otherwise, you know, there is no use keeping a face of the Nehru Gandhi family in front of the India Alliance, which has failed. And also there will be introspection within the Congress party also. How long and why should we continue to, you know, have a Nehru Gandhi family face as leader of the Congress party? Why can't even we have a different face within the Congress to revive the Congress? So there would be discussion within the Congress party as well as within the entire opposition. Now Akhilesh, even Lalu Prasad Yadav went to the extent of saying, what is wrong in having an India Alliance leader without Rahul Gandhi? So all these things will now come up. Apart from the Delhi election, it will have impact on the national politics also, and that is exactly where Prime Minister Modi's leadership now remains unassailable. There is no competitor, and there is no threat to his leadership and as well as to his party also.
I think the next election, Bihar state, it would become hugely important. So I want to come back to one particular issue in this election, the importance of women voters. You mentioned about them in the excise, in the context of the excise issue. Look at the key promises, the cash handouts being promised to women from across party lines, they call it freebies, also jobs and other help. How significant an electorate did women voters form, and how do you think their choice were shaped? Because it seems every party did their best to woo them.
I think we would be undermining women power if we stick only to the freebies being delivered or promised to the women. No, women empowerment has been part of the, you know, campaign which Prime Minister Modi has launched in the last 10 years. So many schemes, welfare schemes for the emancipation of women and downtrodden has been initiated, and women across the board have been, you know, benefiting from that. It is not suddenly the promises made in Delhi election that women are now becoming aware. It is the consistent policy and the policies of the Modi government for the benefit of the women. Like if you take Ujjwala Yojana, I can count so many schemes of the Modi government which have helped women. So women empowerment has been a very comprehensive issue, not just freebies.
But women empowerment politically, sir, may still be a little distant dream. 699 candidates in the Delhi election, some 90 candidates women, when you had a woman chief minister for 15 continuous years in the past.
That part yet to be addressed. That's why reservation for women is pending. So, but women at the grassroots level, at all levels, they have become politically aware. They know where to go and whether they have benefited from the schemes. Not one scheme or one promise on the eve of the election, but consistently over the last 10 years. Right. Have they been benefiting? Yes. So, therefore, women turnout was also big. And that successively in every election, women turnout has been increasing. So that shows the women empowerment is taking place.
Absolutely,
so
great focus on the manner in which
I think should not be discussed only in isolation.
Certainly.
The totality of women emancipation and women empowerment.
It does open up important conversations there. Ashok sir, thank you very much for joining us in the conversation today and sharing your insights with us. Meanwhile, the BJP is set for historic return to power in Delhi after a gap of 27 years. Aam Aadmi Party has missed the hat-trick of forming the government. That's the election breaking coming in. BJP set to return to power. Historic win there after 27 years. It's the BJP government that's going to be in Delhi. Aam Aadmi Party has missed the hat-trick, and someone who's made a hat-trick is Congress. It scored a 0 3 times consecutively. Arvind Kejriwal, face of Aam Aadmi Party, has lost his seat. The New Delhi seat. It was the fought contest. Not so much at the end. Manish Sisodia, second biggest leader, former Deputy Chief Minister, loses his seat in Jangpura. Complete debacle from the top for the Aam Aadmi Party, and it's the BJP's list of wins. BJP is Parvesh Verma, son of former Chief Minister Sahib Singh. Verma defeats Arvind Kejriwal. BJP's Vijender Gupta has also won from Rohini. Historic return to power for the BJP, and our special coverage of the Delhi Assembly election results and counting continues. It seems like a big historic win for the BJP. Prime Minister also now has a program in the evening at the BJP office this evening. We'll get you all the updates. That's all for now in this edition of DD India News Hour. We'll be getting all the updates as they come in. For now, I'll take your leave. Namaskar.